Hello and welcome to this week tutorial. In this week tutorial, we'll be creating this nice and cool blog website with this nice code, as you can see right here. Last week tutorial, we create this code. We create this one last week, and this week we'll be creating a blog using this code. So if you want to see how we create this blog code, I will leave a link in the description so you can go watch it. But in this week, we'll be creating this nice blog website. First, we see that this is the header. We got the image on the left, and then this link that's a logout. You had a logo right here, just word, this subscription, and this nice search icon. When you click it, you have this nice search box that already have the focus, so you can type whatever you want in here. When you click the X, it goes away. And we had this new release posts. So when we click, had this nice sliding effect. We're going to be using our carousel to create this. And then after this, we had this welcome section, and the for category we have healthy eating, smoothie recipe, vegetable snack, and fruit snack. And after this session, we had a trending session with these two columns, where again this is the black code right here, and then we had this 3 column also. And after this, we have this nice session with a huge background image with this heading here and our button. And after that one, we had another session called delicious smoothie recipe with a 4 column right here. And then here we had this review with a nice background image with this nice hover effect with our image right here, the text and our name, as you can see right here. And then we had our tab contributor right here, a nice effect also. And then we have our photo. And then and as always, it will be responsive. So if I right click, choose inspect, sensor resizing it. Sorry, it's like a tablet. Now we see two right here. We say two column instead of 4. We got these two, that 2. Then we have a 12 column right here. And this nice again the background image. 2 for the recipe, 2 column, and then 2 column also. And then when we go all the way to smaller devices, we got 1 column from the bottom all the way to the top, as you can see. We create this block code of in our last tutorial. So if you want to watch it, I will leave a link in the description so you can watch it. But in this tutorial, but if you don't want to watch it, I already include the file that you need in the starter folder. So also go in the description and download the starter folder. You have the file that you need to for this tutorial, which include all the CSS for the code. So without further ado, in this tutorial we'll be creating layout.html, and then the next week tutorial we'll be adding the CSS and the JavaScript for this right here. So without further ado, let's get started. Hello and welcome back. My name is Marius. On this channel I create web design and development tutorial, and I release new tutorial every week. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon. In this week tutorial, we'll be creating a nice and advanced blog website. As you can see right here, I show it during the introduction. There's a link in the description that you can go and click and download a starter file. In this tutorial, will be layout.html, and the next week tutorial the CSS. I already had the index.html open right here. A link to the CSS. Add our title right here. Now, if you take a look inside of the CSS, we're gonna be using SASS SCSS right here. if you take a look inside of the CSS, you already been compile. I compile a lot, some of the SASS. So if you go inside of your SCSS folder and click main.scss right here, and import the Google font right here, the remix icon library, and added this the variable, the mixing, the bit, the typography, the grade. The reason why I already compiled some of the size because I'm gonna be using some of the variable, for example the grade, to lay out the column in this HTML tutorial. And also, if you take a look at our component and a code, the SSS, this is the code, this code right here. So I already lay out right here. So that's why I compiled some of the SASS. But next week tutorial we go over the SASS more in details. So I'm gonna be using the column. So you take a look inside of your layout, grade, the SCSS. This is where we find our container, the row, and the column right here. As you can see, 1 to 12. So I'm gonna be using that inside of the HTML. So I'm gonna close this one out, and then we get started. So first, get started on the header, as you can see right here. So first thing I will do, I create is my header element with a class called header. And inside of my header, I create my container. And inside of the container, I will use the nav element with a class called header, _nav. Inside here, I create a row. Also add a class called align in middle. When we get to the CSS, I will explain to you why I added this class. Inside here, so let me write a quick comments right here. Inside here, inside the row, first I will have my flex. If you take a look, we have like 3 different sections: the profile, the logo, and this one right here. So I create 3 columns. So I say flex SM, so on the smaller devices all the way to larger devices. Because this is mobile first. 4 columns, so 4 times 3, 12. So we create, then I say multiply this by 3, because I need 3 of them. Inside the first one, that's why I create my profile. Create div with the class called profile. Inside here, I create another div called profile to underscore image mg, and I create an image. Here's my image element, and I point to the image folder, and I look for user.png. And after this profile image, I will create a span with a class called link with anchor element inside of it with a class called uppercase. I'll leave that one empty, and here write logout. Save it. This is what we get right here. So that's the first column. Second column, that's where the logo is located. I will add a class called text center. We go over all of this during our CSS styling session. So I will create a div with a class called header logo, and here we say fruits ampersand. This we create ampersand. I say veggies. Save it. You can see right here. That's the second column, and then the last one. I will create a class called header underscore extra. First, create a span with a class called subscription. An anchor element with a class called uppercase with the word subscription. I will leave the href empty. After this span, I'll create another span with a class called search. And then I will use my remix library to grab the icon. I will search for search. I'll read this one. Copy. Paste it right here. Put a space. Now use another one called close. This one. Save it. As you can see, it's very small, but you can see them. If you follow along, you will be able to see it. After all my header extra class, I write a comment right here. After this one, we create our headers search form. This will hold our form, our search form. Create a form with a class called form. I will remove the action. Inside here, I create an input with a class called form input. I will leave it as text. Let's save. Now you can see it right here. But we will start all of this next week. So that's it for the header. So I will close this one, this column, this one, and this one, and close the header. So we finish our header. So now we're going to the main. And in here, create a little comments for our first session, the new releases right here. The session element with a class called new release. Says another class called section spacing. Inside here, I create my container. And inside my container, I create my h2 with a class section heading. I will say new release says. And down here, we set up our carousel. So we create another class called new release carousel. And then an ID with the same name. So I'll copy this, paste it. As you can see, we have it right here. Oh, by the way, I'm using live server. It's an extension that you can search for right here called live server. This right here, that will give you this preview, so when you save, it automatically refreshes. All you have to do is right click and choose open with live server. That's what I'm using right here. Inside here, we set up the code. So say code. Inside here, I create my code header. Inside the code header, I create my image for the class called code underscore image. And our first one be images, and it will be new releases 1. I will create my blog details. So here create a heading 3 with a class called blog title, and then it will say how to incorporate healthy fruits in your diet. And after that, I create my blog whereas create a div called meta. Inside here, use my icon, so I'm looking for the eye, so I create eye. Put some space and I put 235. Now copy this, duplicate this twice. So shift alt down arrow key 2 times, and this one will be thumbs up, and it will be 105, and this one will be calendar, and I will put 02/24/2021. Put a little comment right here. Now we close this one out, and after the code header down here, we have the code body. Inside our code body, we had our blog category. Put health. Then we had our blog except paragraph lorem 30 with 3 dots right here. And after that we have our button. So a element with a class called button, and it says read for post. Save this. Now we have it. As you can see, this is our code, like last week tutorial code. So I will just collapse all of this, copy this one, go down few space, and then paste it. This is gonna remain the same, and then gonna be image 2. We're just gonna change the image. Then come down here again, paste this. I'm gonna change the image also. It's gonna be 3. Down here, paste this. We change the image. Now instead of release 4, it's gonna be smoothie 3. So we save this, we get all of this. So that's the new releases section. So I close this one up, moving to the next section. Copy this, go down a few times, create my section with the class called welcome category. When on the class called section, spacing, and our text center class also. Then create my container. Create a div class welcome, and then class called margin bottom. Create my heading 2 with a class called section heading, and you will say welcome to our blog site with paragraph lorem 40. Save this, we get this. After the welcome, go to the category, inside our category we can create a row, and inside of the row create, you see that total of 4, so 1 2 3 4. And medium devices, they are stacked 2 by 2, and larger devices, yeah, total of 4 column. So we need to keep that in mind as we create it. So we're going to create a flex MD, the medium devices SASS, so that's half, and then on larger devices flex the LG. This class here different inside of our grade, so that this SASS file right here. So LG will be 3. And then we're going to multiply all of this by 4. Because there are a total of 4 of them. Inside of the first one, we're going to use the code again. As you can see, it's going to be a little bit different. So I'm just going to copy from other screen real quickly. So this is the code. You just div a class the code and add this extra code custom height, because we want to, as you can see, a lot smaller than the rest. And then we have a code header. As always, the image, the category 1.jpg. Make sure you have a class called the image, the code, and then we have the black detail and black title. And the first one say healthy eating right here. So I'm just gonna copy this one again. Go down right here. Paste it right here. And then this will be category 2. And this one is a smoothie recipe. And then a third one. This one will be category 3. And then this one will be vegetable snack. And the last one, again paste, and this one category 4. And this one will be fruits snack. And that's it. And I want to add another class to the third column right here, called margin top. And this one also, the last one, margin top. Save this. Now you can see it's still large, but don't worry, we're gonna fix it. So I'm gonna close all of this one out. So that's the welcome. Now after that, we got a trending. Section spacing. Inside here, we create our container. Inside here, create a heading 2 with the class you can go session heading, and then we say trending articles. And after this, we create our road class. We can call margin bottom. So we are right here. Inside of the row, we're gonna create. You should see right here. These are trending. They are 2 by 2 on larger devices and medium devices. And on larger devices, right on bottom, we got 3. On medium devices, we got 2, 2, 2, and then 2, 2, and then the last one to the full width. So we keep that in mind. So the first, the top one, we have flex MD, that's 6, and then I need 2 for them. Inside here, we need a code, so I'm just gonna copy the same code that we've been using right here. You can copy this one. Just gonna change few things. So I'll copy off screen real quickly. So make sure when you paste it, change the image to trending 1 for the first one, and then the title, put this clearing up the top 10 myth about tomato and it's revealing its actual benefits. That's all you need to change right here. There's a code header, and then when you go to the code body for category, put health and vegetables. Make sure put a dot at the bottom right here. That's all you need to do. That's the first one, and then the second one. The second one, just change to trending 2, and for the blog title is how to incorporate green vegetable and fruit in your next meal, and that's it. This one again, health and vegetable for the category, and this one remain the same. So that would be these two right here, as you can see right here. Now we need this also, the bottom one, which if you take a look is the same one, and for this one also. So instead of copying it, so 1 second, we create another row on the bottom right here. And then there are 3 on mobile and medium devices. We have two side by side, and then the last one to the full width, and larger device here we have all 3 columns. So we get something like flex MD sys, and then flex LG 4. Then multiply this by 3, so we get 3 column, and then for this last one put 12 and give it a class called margin top. Now what we go inside of this, just the first 3 of the new releases. So this one, the first one, we go inside here. Nothing changes, everything remains the same. Save this. As you can see, as you can tell, the second one, we go inside the second right here. And then the last will be the third one right here. So let's try to resize it. Now as you can see, 2, we are 2 by 2, and the last one to the full width, go give it a MD12, and then on larger device, all 3 side by side, as you can see right here also. So that's it for the trending. Next one will be the grocery builder. Give a class called grocery builder. Then text center. Inside the grocery builder, we create a container. Inside our container, have a heading 1. Say heading out to grocery shopping. And then we have a heading 2 for a section heading. Do we say we can help you fill your carts with fresh fruits and vegetables. And then we have a anchor element with classical button and another additional classical button, 2 dashes in line. And we give it this build your carts. Sorry, grocery. We scroll down, we see it right here. So that's the save for our grocery builder. Now the smoothie recipe. Come down here, paste this one again for our comments, and now it says smoothie recipe. This section, yes, smoothie recipe, and then section spacing. So I go down right here, write a little comments, create a container, we're heading to with a class section heading, say delicious smoothie recipe. Create a row, inside of the row, let's take a look at the finished project right here. This is where we are currently working. You can see on medium devices we have 2 by 2, and then on larger devices we have 4. So we create them. So we say flex. As a matter of fact, we already create something that had a 4. For the category right here. So I'm just gonna grab all of this inside a category right here. Grab all of this one. Paste it right here. We're gonna change them all. Just close this one. Close the code and close this. Now the code gonna be exactly the same as this one. Only few things I'm gonna change. So just copy the trending, this code right here. Just copy any of them, just one of them, and come down here and paste it. And instead of new releases, just put smoothie 1. And then for this one, put mango smoothie. And leave this one the same. And this one is going to be smoothie and recipe. Save it right here. I can see right here. Now we're gonna copy this one, all of this, come down here, paste it. And this one, all you have to do is change off from 1 to 2, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. And same for this one also. Paste, and then change from 1 to 3. That's our third column. And then for the last column, change this one for 1 to 4. So make sure it's 4, and the rest remain the same. Save this. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. The last one. Another smoothie. And then how to review. Give it a class review, session or class review. Inside here, we don't need any container. We're just going to create a row. We're going to click, and we'll give it another class called no gutter. So you remove this spacing right here. So you remove them. So let's take a look at the review. So this is the review. On larger devices, we have 3. Medium, devices. We have two, and of course on smaller devices we got one. So flex MD sys flex LG 4. Then we multiply all this by 6. Because we need total 6 of them. And here, inside the first one, we're going to create that, of course. So we have the image, the text, and the name. So it will be review. Codes. Create this call review. Avatar. With image. Point to the image folder. And avatar.png. After this, a paragraph called class review. Contents. And this will be lorem 25. And then we're going to have the last one, review name. We say Christina C. So we have it right here. I'll copy this, the review code. If you have any question, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And also, if you have not already done so, we appreciate it if you like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon. So in the second column, I paste this, close this, and just gonna be the same thing for the rest of them. Save it. Should have the same thing. So that's it for the reviews. And then the last section with a tag contributor. So I'm just going to copy this one, copy this. Say tab contributors section. We say with a class called tab contributors and then section spacing. So I'm gonna have my row. No, sorry, container. Inside my container, I have my heading 2, the class called section, heading, I say meet our top contributors, and down here my row, and right here there are total 4. Again, medium devices 2, large 4. So I'm just gonna go up here for the smoothie because we have the same thing. It's gonna be the same exact thing right here. Just gonna copy all of this. Just copy all of the inside of the smoothie, and then come down here, paste it. Now it's gonna look ugly, so try to close them. So I'm gonna close them quickly. So this is the first one. So it's going to be a little bit different than the rest. So we had a code class, code header, and this one is going to be writer 1. And instead of black details, it had a name of the person. So in this case, make Christina. In this case, K. And then for this one, we're gonna remove this, the number. And the first one is gonna be Facebook because social media. The second one is gonna be Twitter. I'll remove this one also. And the third one is gonna be LinkedIn. I'm just gonna duplicate this one real quickly. I'm gonna be LinkedIn. And I'm gonna remove this one. Now the last one gonna be pencil. And this we say 24 articles. And that's it. That's all you need to do. So make sure this one is updated. Copy this code, and I'm gonna update right here also. Inside of it, delete the body. Then I believe I didn't. Yeah, delete the body. Make sure the body is deleted, code body is deleted. You should only have the code header. The body should be deleted. So right here, the second one. The second one should be Matthew. And it's gonna be 14 articles. And this one will be the same. And the writer 2. And I'm going to copy this one again, and then paste it right here. And here gonna be writer 3, and this one will be Rebecca. And then this will be 8 articles. And then we close this one. And last but not least, this one will be 4, article 4. And this will be John K. And this one is just gonna be 4 articles. Save this. We get this, as you can see. The code already look nice, as you can see. now we go down for the last thing, which is the footer. Give it a class called footer, and then inside of here, and then the text center also, and inside here create our container. Inside our container we have our footer logo, and then you say fruits again, ampersand, and veggies, and then we have paragraph, class of footer, underscore copy rights, and then we use the ampersand copy to make the copyright symbol. Say 2021 fruit again, veggies, all rights reserved. We save this. Now the footer already has some styling, that's why you see it change color. That's it. That's it for the footer. So this is just the HTML. This one has styling because we created a code already in last week tutorial. So next week tutorial we'll be adding the CSS, finishing up the SASS, so you can learn nice like this. This is the finished project. Next week I'm gonna learn nice like this. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned, so when I release it you'll be able to watch it. So that's it for this week tutorial. Thank you for sticking by. Be sure if you have any question to leave in the comment section below, and like it if you have not already done so, and subscribe and hit the bell notification when you can. Thank you again for taking your time to watch this, and I will see you in the next week tutorial. Have a great one. Bye.